I hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. And this video is going to be in regards to not coming for children, right? You always hear that in the mafia, you hear them in the mafia, you hear them when somebody wants to get back at somebody, the first thing they do is that they attack their family member. So like one of the first things they do, I'm going to attack that person's family member, or I'm going to attack something that they love, or I'm going to come for something that's valuable to them. And there's like a lot of light, so it looks like grayish, I guess, the video. Anyway, but in the spiritual community, if you're going to do that, if you're a moron, because that's what I call a complete fucking moron, and you come for someone instead of fighting the good old fight between you and that person, you know, spiritually fighting, spiritual warfare, or attacking that person spiritually, or attacking that person because they did something to you, etc., you decide to attack their child, their unborn child, their unborn children, their stepchildren. That is the biggest mistake you can ever make, because I'll tell you, right, from experience, you can't do that. If you're gonna come for me, and I'm talking, you know, like as if it happened to me today. If you're going to come to me, hi Nyoni, my roommate's doggy. Hi Nyoni, ¿qué dice? ¿Qué pasó? Okay, if you're gonna come for me personally, come for me, because I'm an adult and I can handle it. I have my gifts, I have my powers. You cannot suppress me. You cannot hold me back for so long that you think that you're gonna destroy me. The more you do, the better it is for me. Because especially if you're baptized, especially if you're baptized, the more you do against me, the worse it's gonna be, because I'm a righteous person. I walk in the line of righteousness. I walk in the line of truth and ma'at. Okay, I am the scales of justice. Okay, I'm the scales of justice. I forgot to look up here as opposed to here, but anyway, I'm the scales of justice. Looking at you in the camera, I represent righteousness. I represent the scales of justice. So, as someone that is already righteous, that was already born in the spirit of righteousness and liberty and justice for all, power to the people, it's not wise for me to for you to do that. For example, I have a partner who already has a child, and let's say my adversaries decide to be morons, which I hope you really didn't do that. I hope you really didn't do that, because you see, now there's his family members and there's people that watch these videos, right? Whether they like me, whether I like them, whether they dislike me, whether I dislike them, whatever the case may be, the fact of the matter is that now you have put in jeopardy a child, and that changes the entire game. That changes everything in its totality. Sharing pictures of other people's children, stepchildren, unborn children, or not unborn children, but infant children, or just children in general. Laughing at other people's situations, coming for somebody who has only helped children such as myself. I'll tell you, it's the dumbest thing. I'm going to repeat myself. I'm going to reiterate it. You're a fucking moron. Because now, what's going to happen if you're somebody that does YouTube channels, or you're someone that's like public figure, or so, I don't know what people call it, social media, you should use the power. If you're the one that's, you know, somebody's coming for you or your children, you should use the power of social media to expose these people, especially this year. You should definitely do that. And I'll tell you guys my story. I am not one person to go into relationships without, I know it seems like I'm changing the topic, but I'm not. I'm not one person to go into relationships thinking that I'm going into this relationship and that I don't know my responsibilities within the relationship, because that's just not the case. I'm very giving. And I give because I know that the more you give, the more you receive, and that is already implanted in my subconscious. I already follow the universal laws. Okay? I already know what it is to break my seals. So I know that if I am righteous and I give just to give, I don't even expect it in return right away. I know that somewhere along the line, the universe is gonna be like, remember that time you did this? Now we have to adjust with you. Otherwise, it won't be righteous. Now let me tell you, the the things that I've done, not just for my, I don't even like to call him my stepson because I'm not married, but I'll say the child, the things so that you guys know who I'm referring to. I feel like the day that I have my own child or my own children, I'll probably love the child more than I love my own children. Only because I already know who he is. I know spiritually who he is. I know that somewhere along the line, my kids are going to be okay. Okay, my kids are going to be okay, and they're going to have a little bit more of an advantage somewhere along the line in life, because my children will have righteous parents, me and my partner, if I have a child with my partner, right? Because I know he's a righteous person, regardless of what he's done within relationships, outside of relationships. The fact of the matter is that he's a righteous person, right? And he's an amazing father. I'll tell you where I come in. Because I already know that the child existed and I knew my responsibilities. I wasn't trying to be the mommy role. I wasn't trying to be the stepmother. I wasn't trying to be the mom, even though I would love to have a child. I would love to have a child. I would love to take that child for myself. However, I have bought diapers for the child. I have bought a tablet for the child. I have helped with the first birthday party. I bought him his first birthday party's outfit. Nyoni. His first birthday party's outfit, that was I. What else? If my boyfriend can't get from point A to point B, I can provide the assistance whenever he can't, because we are a team, right? So as a team, I already know that because the child is already there, it is somewhat of my responsibility to not just ignore the child because I don't have the title of a mom or I don't have a ring on my finger. The whole point of being in a relationship with someone is that you are going to be in a relationship with somebody and know your place and know your role and know that somewhere along the line you should be responsible. So why not start right away? Or why not start at the point where you know that you are in a serious relationship with someone, right? So once I knew, all right, this is going for the long run, or once I knew this is not just a dinner day, a let's fuck for the night type of situation, or something that just comes and goes, I knew my responsibility. I'll go back to the spiritual part once I'll let you know what I put in. And as a team, regardless whether the mother of the child doesn't like me, doesn't like Spanish people, doesn't like this, she does whatever, etc., etc. Besides that, for the past 3 years, I've had to keep my mind and knowing that somewhere along the line, I'm going to meet this child, I'm going to be in this child's life, because I saw my life in the long run with my partner, and so did he. What else? It was just a lot, okay? And I don't want to make this video seem like I'm bragging about, oh, look at what you did, whatever it is that you did. It's just you, because it's not the case. It takes a whole freaking village to raise a child. But I'm just letting you guys know that I know my responsibility as somebody's partner, right? So like I said, I know to say I gave $600 for his first birthday party. I bought him his first outfit. I bought him Tim's for Christmas. I bought him like I said, his first tablet. I bought him the dancing little table. I got him diaper wipies. Pampers. I've known to get this child because, like I said, my boyfriend and I are a team. So if he can't do it one time, then I know to be there. I know to be the backbone for that, right? Or if the mom, for whatever reason, can't get from point A to point B, the transportation is available, right? It is active. It is there. It can be used. If the child needs whatever, even spell work, I can admit that. Okay? Fairy godmother over here, because I know to put aside the bullshit of, oh, she might not like me, oh, she might not this, oh, she thinks this of me because there's a child in the middle. I've known to see that child in danger, know to light myself a candle. To light the child a candle for protection purposes, for cleansing purposes. And I promise you, he probably got up just like this, right? Because it's righteous, because he is a child, because it has nothing to do with situations outside of himself, right? As some of you may know, I have worked in a matrimonial law firm. I have done divorces for people, and I know to be compassionate for the children, because at the end of the day, it's the best for them. So I know how to maneuver things. However, there are some people that are wicked as hell. They're wicked as hell. They would, because they don't like me, they will go after my boyfriend. They will go after the child. They will show pictures to people that don't like me, send pictures to my ex or whatever the situation is, talk shit behind people's back. Talk shit behind people's back about the child, go on my boyfriend's social media. My boyfriend's, he's very sociable. He'll just accept you. He doesn't give a shit. Like, whatever. He doesn't care. So will I. Like, I literally, unless you're like a catfish page, I won't accept you. But if you send me a friend request on social media and you happen to find me, then yeah, of course, I'm going to accept you. My social media page for this business is public. So yeah, most of the time I follow people back. And if not, then you can just watch my stuff. No problem. It's fucking social media. And most of the things aren't done in real time. However, this video will be published tonight. So by you guys coming for the space or the sacred space of this child, right? Because if you're coming for me, where I provide a certain amount of resources, if you're coming for the mom, where she provides a certain amount of resources, if you're coming for my boyfriend, where he provides a certain amount of resources, then you're coming for our resources by doing spell work against our money, spell work against our jobs, spell work against like my living situation, etc., trying to control people's thoughts and doing things like that. I'm putting myself in perspective because I already know how that feels, because it was already done to me. So I speak by experience. Okay? You are stopping a child's life. It is the child that you're stopping. Okay? That's what you're doing. And you must be the most miserable human being on this planet, where you feel like you have to go follow my baby moms, because at the end of the day, whether she likes me or not, she's still my baby mom's. I have still provided for that child, so therefore I have provided for her, whether she likes me or not. And I feel like a lot of us, especially in the Dominican, Black community, Hispanic community, whatever type of community was considered minority, even in the white communities, there's like middle America is fucking broke. Okay, it doesn't matter if you are a minority and you are under the fucking bracket of a 6-figure salary. Okay, this applies to you, and you see yourself in the situation, it applies to you. You should never allow anyone to go for your child, okay, or for the child that's in your life, for your own child, for the future of your children. Because that's what you're doing. That is essentially what the fuck you are doing. And you should never do that, okay? Essentially, what you will probably do is unite all of us, right? Or unite the people that you're going against because you're not being righteous. What you will probably do is unite their family. The mother of the child, the father of the child, the stepmom if there's one, or the grandmother if that's the one that's having a problem, or the grandfather, you will probably unite because the child needs a foundation. And if you come for his foundation, his or her foundation, or their foundation, the people will come for you. Like I've mentioned in many of my other videos, you don't know who's baptized, you don't know who you're coming for, you don't know how other people might react, and you don't know how you might be transmuting energy, okay? That's exactly what's going to happen. If you're trying to stop our prosperity as the providers for the child, it's a problem. If it's happening to you and somebody's trying to stop your prosperity, is a problem, and you need to get up immediately. You need to go for it immediately. Go for their heads immediately. One thing is that you come for me as an adult, but another thing is that when there's child involved, whether it's born, unborn, whether it's thought of, etc., you should think about it twice. 2-3 times, 4,000 times. You should think about it. Because you know what's gonna happen? Now the universe will come and charge your fucking ass. And karma is a bitch, and the bitch don't play, honey. She exists. Karma exists. It really does exist. They will come for you, okay? Like, I don't understand. How in the world, how is it okay? How is it possible that you think this is okay to be sharing pictures of a child whom you don't know, whom you've never personally seen in your life, and think it's funny, and watch what people are doing, and watch what people don't do, etc.? That's ridiculous. And because this year is the year to expose yourself, I am going to expose myself and allow people to know how the fuck I go about my business, how the fuck my money comes and goes, how the fuck I deal with things on a daily basis. I have to expose myself. It's a must. It is a very must time for me to expose myself and the things that I do, okay? Or the things that I've done. I'm not looking for appreciation. I'm not looking for a thank you from anyone, because the universe will thank me. The gods will thank me. Spirit will thank me. The devas will thank me. No problem, because I'm following universal laws. I'm not looking for a thank you from either the mom or the dad or anybody that was involved in the situation. I'm not. I'm looking for people to understand and understand and be aware that these things do happen, and that the children are our future. And so if we allow parasites to completely come for them in that manner, then it is our problem, okay? Like, that is absolutely ridiculous. That you would think that because you don't like me, you would come for the nearest thing that's next to me that can't fend for himself or herself. And then you wonder why you can't have kids. And then some of you parasites wonder, excuse me, why things happen to your children in the long run. Because it's because of the fuck shit you do. That's why. That is why. Tomorrow you probably have a daughter or a son or twins or whatever. 1,000 kids you might have. And all of these 1,000 kids might either go through the same thing that you're trying to have somebody else's child go through, or worse, and you will be there to witness it. I promise you, the universe will force you to witness it, because that's what you desired for someone else. And because you don't know how to transmute energy and you think that's okay, then it'll come for you. And if you're baptized and then you keep doing shit against a child of the spirits, of the gods, of the Loa, that came directly from the Loa, because I know the energies that these future millennial kids have, and you're coming for these righteous children, the universe will charge you, okay? They will force you. It's either that or they will no longer assist you. Whether you're working with a demon or you're working with an angel, whatever the fuck you're working with, it will charge you. You know why? Because the person that you're coming for is righteous. And so therefore they will always excel. They will always excel, okay? They will forever excel, because they're always going to be vibrating on a higher frequency, which therefore in turn reduces or stops the frequency that's coming for your child, or coming for your future. So therefore that energy or that demon, I hope I'm explaining myself properly, or the energy of that demon didn't complete their job. And so you know what's going to happen? It's going to come right back the fuck to you, and they're going to do to you what the fuck you asked to be done to that person. That's how that works. Okay, whether you're baptized or not, no one will be able to save you from that. No one. Okay, some of you guys think that you guys can come for God and get away with the shit. You know? Sick. You're sick. Like I keep saying, the more you come for me, the worse it will be for you. Because I will always persevere. I will always have a plan A, B, C, and then some. Okay? I will always know to react at the moment that I need to react. And if you're fighting until the death, I will fight until the death and the life after that, and the existence that continues after that. Because if you didn't know, you're experiencing death, not life. What comes after death is life, because you're now in the universe. Then you go to eternity. See? That's how that really works, just in case you guys didn't know. Okay? So this is a little video in regards to why you should never come for anyone's children or child. Okay? I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.